Welcome back to the Pink Floyd Collectors YouTube channel. So I'm going to carry on with my scrapbook collection. We're up to book number 19. All previous 18 videos can be found in the playlist. I'll put a link in the video description here if you haven't seen them yet or if it's something you're interested in. But these are basically scrapbooks I've been compiling since I was a teenager, like 15, 16. Always been on the lookout for little Pink Floyd articles. So let's dig straight in. Page 1, if you like, is a portrait photo of Roger Waters. That's like circa late 90s, I'd say. We then got a couple of promo photos sent out by Harvest. This looks like 74, between 72 and 74. Rick and Nick. Then the original advert from the UK for the Unicorn album, which was produced by Dave Gilmour. Back then, happy to be called Dave. Then we've got quite a famous article from Rave magazine, which was a UK musical publication, since deceased. And as you can see, they've got a variation of the Vic Singh cover from the Piper. So this is actually quite nice, quite sought after now. It's from the period as well, from 67. One of the original paper ads for Piper. You can see here it's got the mono and the stereo version. Floyd split is denied, so this relates to Syd Barrett. Then an advert here appearing at Middle-earth. I think this is a later Middle-earth, so this is when it had changed to Roundhouse. So it's probably about 69. Then we've got quite a famous German promo postcard that was sent out. I think on the back, from memory, you've got the albums up to that date so far, so probably up to Medal. These are photos from the negative of David Gilmour appearing at the Lennon, or where they did the Beatles songs. I can't remember. I think it was like 86 maybe. Or, yeah, it's around that time. Maybe later, actually, looking at his hair. Maybe 93. I need to check. I'll try and put it in the description if I do remember. But it was, I know a guy who went and he sent me these. These are all the photos of David appearing with Brian Ferry at Live Aid at Wembley Stadium back in 1985. I was there, but I was up on the wings. So, yeah. And actually, to be honest, I didn't even know David Gilmour was part of it. I remember being a bit disappointed that Pink Floyd weren't on the lineup. But, yeah, we've since found out that both Roger and David were there, and David performed with Brian Ferry. But yeah, again, these are photos off of the negative from the guy who took them. Couple of adverts, again from 1970. So Imperial College and appearing in Brighton at the Big Apple. My Moon Landing Jam Session. So this is actually David Gilmour talking about when Pink Floyd overplayed to the landing on the moon on the BBC. And just a clip in there. Sometimes I would do this, just cut magazine bits out if it was a photograph. Japanese advert for the DVD launch of The Wall. And you can see here also at the same time in the flesh. So like a double Pink Floyd and Roger Waters. This is Toronto, 88. So this was just like a flyer that was in a local record shop. It's just saying that although it doesn't mention this, you could buy tickets there. You could also buy bus packages as well to get you to the concert. Quite a nice double page advert from France for Richard Wright and David Gilmour. This was in 78 when they both released solo albums. So we got Wet Dream and David Gilmour. There was a promotion 12-inch that came out on this as well in yellow vinyl that I own. That's quite collectible. It's probably one of my favourite ads. This is an American advert. The sound resounds, Pink Floyd. So this is when the Piper at the Gates of Dawn was reissued. So it was as a free CD deluxe set. You've got rare singles, and I just love the composition of the piece here. And it was for Best Buy, quite a famous store in America. So this is an old advert from a UK magazine. Now, the reason I've got this is because Roger Waters is mentioned, down here. So it talks about horoscopes and that kind of thing. But I'll kind of zoom in a little bit. Sorry, the light is pretty poor here. It's kind of a bit moody day. So hopefully that doesn't affect too many things in terms of quality. Digging for Gold. So this is about the early Pink Floyd singles. That would have come from Record Collector, quite a big magazine. Nice photo from Japan of Rick on the keyboards. An advert for Roskilde in 2006, when Roger Waters and Tool both on the same lineup. Roger and Out, piece here from Record Collector as well, just talking about his... The ironic thing was, Record Collector back in the time used to use a lot of my stuff, which I didn't mind at all. They were just sharing the news, but yeah, it's quite ironic back then. The Big Picture, this is an interview with Rick Wright. He rebutes some of Roger's claims in that. This is an advert by Samsung Wireless, who Roger uses, and you can see they've used some of the Dark Side of the Moon footage, stage shots. So yeah, just their association with him. That's all to do with the wireless mics. This is a Danish piece, a live shot at Fionia Park. What was that, 2008 or 7? I seem to remember a gig I was at. This is an advert for the London 66-67, which has been reissued so many times now I kind of lose track of exactly when it's been released and whether it's vinyl, video. Now this was the DVD. A smaller advert for the Hyde Park. I think it's featured in the last scrapbook as well, but this one will be slightly different. Again, that's from 2006. Pink Floyd, all in all, they're just the biggest brick in the wall. Again, just a magazine article, probably Mojo or that type of thing. Tonight, Let's Make Love in London, reissue advert. Looks like from the mid-80s, that one. Grand Design, so this is actually a review of Pink Floyd on the Pulse tour. Oh, it's actually the Pulse release, sorry, from the previous year's tour. Oh, by the way, this one's Pink Floyd, so that one would have been around the box set release. Oh, when was that? 2003, something like that. I really do forget. Floyd in full colour. So again, this is a piece about Oh, by the way. This is actually quite interesting. This is a set of photos, still unpublished. These were from Birmingham in 1984. Obviously featuring Eric Clapton. Again, these are off the negative, so you can see the quality is really good on them. And nice to see Eric on stage with him without his beard. And another piece on Roger Waters, building the internal wall. I think this was from, I don't remember. It's actually it's a magazine called Musician. I think is that American. Yeah. This is an original article on Berlin. Wall falls to rock. So post review of the concert. It's quite a nice Dutch postcard. It's obviously featuring a Pink Floyd date and a couple of support acts with them, which obviously was quite rare at the time. Floydian Slip, again looking at rare Pink Floyd records. It would be so nice. Again, that would be Record Collector. And again, Record Collector. Storm Ferguson presents Taken by Storm. So this was the release by Genesis when they put together the box set. There was only over 500 of these, so they're very collectible, all signed by Storm. They rocketed in value after he died. Yeah, good luck getting one of those if you don't already own one. An advert for the Technicolor Dream reissue or release, the live footage. This is actually completely not Pink Floyd related, but I sometimes find these quite funny. I think I was in a bar, I think I was in Manchester. I was up north somewhere anyway, and this was a beer mat, Gilmore's, so yeah, I kept that at the time. Just in case it is his beer, you never know. An original German ad for Amused to Death. The original UK advert for Point Me at the Sky, the new single from Pink Floyd. So that was obviously 1969. And famously their last single for 10 years, Until Another Brick. In the UK, that is, obviously, before somebody pulls me up on that. UK ad again from 2007, I'm tempted to say. 2008. Group shot. I think this is German, yeah, looking at the Berlin concert. Quite a nice original American advert for the Wall film. Features some of the venues that are showing the film there. Pink Floyd's The Wall is red hot. This is quite a nice poster page with Roger in full gong mode. That's from a magazine called Pop, which I think was French. Oh, German, yeah. But yeah, nice double page. Madison Square Garden booklet from 2006. So that will include Roger Waters. You can see it's down here. That was the Dark Side of the Moon tour show that I went to. I'd have probably just picked that up from the venue. Nice 88 advert from France. All the French dates you can see here. Nice single shot of the bed on a road. Quite unique, actually. That's what I like about this one. You don't often see that image used. Review of Roger. You can see his pig that he used on the Dark Side of the Moon tour. Now Pink Floyd Write for Ballet. This relates to the early 70s. A Momentary Lapse of Reason. Rick Wright Remembered. So this was after his death. A Flawlessly Polished Piece of Heritage Rock. So this was a review of Roger's Hyde Park concert. Michelob, which is a beer. I think it's Canadian or maybe American. But anyway, they supported this, and you can see it just contains a Roger Waters date. This would have been from 1987, the Radio Chaos tour. So I'm pretty sure that's Canadian. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. Yeah, obituary for Steve O'Rourke after he had sadly passed away. This is the original UK Chaos on video. It was released as like a video EP. I think we've got 4 tracks. Only ever released on video and Laserdisc. We've still never seen a DVD of that one. In the Flesh advert from the UK. Quite a nice 25th anniversary one here for The Wall. So from 2007. Obviously 82 being the release date for the film. This was from France. I think this relates to... Yeah, it was a new version that comes in a black sleeve. I will feature that, actually. It's quite rare. It only ever came out in France and for the 25th anniversary. This is an advert for the Paris concert in 2002. Another concert I was lucky enough to attend, 19th of June. And again, it's supporting the In the Flesh video, which had come out around that time. And again, just some basic clippings here. Pink Floyd 66, 67. The Rick Wright one carries on from earlier. And then the Pink Floyd story, which one's Pink, the documentary. That's just a write-up that it's coming to TV. So that's it. Scrapbook number 19.